External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar spoke at the Critical Minerals Ministerial meeting in Washington, D.C. The key meeting on critical minerals, organized by Secretary of State Marco Rubio, was attended by ministers and representatives from over 50 countries. Posting about the meeting on X, Jaishankar said he underlined challenges of excessive concentration and emphasized the importance of de-risking supply chains through structured international cooperation and highlighted India's efforts towards greater resilience through initiatives including the National Critical Minerals Mission, Rare Earth Corridors, and Responsible Commerce. He also mentioned that he conveyed India's support for the Forge initiative on critical minerals. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, in his opening remarks, highlighted the importance of economic security through critical minerals and the need for allies to come together not only for rectifying the mistakes of past, but to pool in collective talent and innovation to ensure diversity and affordability in supply chains.
We're planning to sign new critical minerals frameworks with several partners later today. And I want to just highlight again, this is really a historic gathering and highlights the billions of dollars the United States government has already committed towards this endeavor. And that's going to enable private sector investment towards creating reliable supply chains that are vital, as I said, to technological innovation, economic strength, and ultranational security. So we thank you again for covering this, and we're grateful for all of our partners that are here today. And as I said, 55 partners, 54 countries in the European Union are here. And we think there are many more countries that are going to be interested in joining this initiative as it moves forward. As I've highlighted before, this is an American initiative to bring people together. We want to serve as the convener, but this is a global challenge. There is not a country in the world that doesn't face this challenge of critical mineral supply chains, just from the perspective of trying to grow economically. Okay? Everybody wants to be an AI. Everybody wants a center. Everyone wants to advance industrially and technologically. Everyone wants to be able to defend their national security. All of these things, whether it's a cell phone, a computer, a semiconductor facility, or the weapons that protect your country, all of these things have to be built with components. And these components invariably involve critical minerals that don't just have to be mined, they have to be processed. So every country has that interest to have a global supply of critical minerals, not just the raw material, but the processed material that is usable for an industrial capacity. And Morocco shares that with everybody. Second is, every country in the world has, even though they call it rare earth and critical minerals, they're not really that rare. Every country has some deposits of critical minerals. They're different ones in different parts of the world. And so I think Morocco, like any country in the world, would want to be able to use those natural resources in an environmentally responsible way to develop its own economy. And not just the mining, but potentially moving to the processing as well. And so what you look at is, if every country in the world has strategic advantages in terms of what it can mine and what it can process, you want to create a network of countries, as many as possible across the world, where we have a reliable supply of critical minerals. This is critical for Morocco, and they can play a very key role because they do have critical mineral supplies that they can be mining, and that creates economic development. But I also think they have a vested interest, like every country I think does, in having a reliable and diverse supply across the world of processed and finished and refined materials that can be used for economic advancement in a cost-effective way. So I think Morocco plays a key role because of the deposits that it has, but also because of its willingness to invest in processing and its cooperation and being willing to be a part of this global initiative, which it will have to be a global initiative. No country in the world has every critical mineral that's valuable. And so we will rely on international cooperation that right now, 90-something% of some of these elements controlled by one nation in one place. And that's just not healthy for the global economy, and certainly not healthy for security and stability.
India's role at the ministerial is central to a broader U.S. ambition, forging an OPEC-like arrangement for critical minerals among trusted producers and processors. The idea is not price-setting in the classical cartel sense, but coordinated investment, standards, and supply assurances to dilute China's dominance across mining, refining, and downstream manufacturing. For New Delhi, participation offers a chance to position itself as a reliable hub in global value chains while accelerating domestic capabilities in semiconductors, batteries, and advanced manufacturing.